Bernie Sanders is not a vegan. In fact, he suffers from gout, a disease related to the overconsumption of meat. He has even written a book titled Good Meat, the complete guide to sourcing and cooking sustainable meat. He says in his book, "Some of the recipes in this book preserve the wonderful rich flavor of good meat, the kind of meat our great-grandparents took for granted but which years of factory farming have displaced. We can also cook and eat with great delight." Eating death doesn't sound very delightful to me, Bernie. His breakfast consists of scrambled eggs and bacon. The Washington Post says that Bernie's eating habits have changed over the course of the campaign. He's gone from eating cheesecake to eating turkey sandwiches with a smoothie. Well, the smoothie is nice, but why are you still eating meat, Bernie? Calling turkey lean meat is like Hillary landing under sniper fire in Bosnia back in 1992.
I remember landing under sniper fire. There was no greeting ceremony, and we basically were told to run to our cars. Now that is what happened.
Last night I had...
Anyway, back to Sanders. Sanders' focus is not on food, but what if yours is? The Post calls him a dedicated carnivore. His favorite is tandoori pork. He introduced GMO labels, but what does it matter if he's still eating meat, slowly killing himself and inflicting suffering on animals? His breakfast is full of dairy and fat. He's a grill lover, cooking up rare steaks and prime rib. What better to wash the death down with other than a little Pinot Noir to forget the suffering? Then the intoxicated candidate will eat an entire cheesecake before going to bed. And now even Ben & Jerry's has an ice cream named after the carnivore called Bernie's Yearning.
So it's called Bernie's Yearnings, and
Bernie even proposed to his wife in a Friendly's parking lot and has made other big political decisions, like choosing to run for president in fast food establishments such as Denny's. That doesn't sound very organic or sustainable to me. Better watch out, Jane.
Give me that. I can take your eggs.
Bernie wants to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, but so do big companies like Walmart to drive away competition from small businesses. Big franchises may be able to dole out $15 to workers, but smaller businesses may not be able to withstand the expense and will be forced to close. Sounds like McDonald's will be the most sustainable farm after all, but at least their GMOs will be labeled. But does McDonald's really want to pay their workers $15 an hour when you can just get a robot to do the work? This huge jump in pay will not only drive the cost of that Big Mac up about $2, but it will also in time drive out the workers who are right now fighting for higher pay. They're not only digging their own grave with the meat they're eating, but they're also preparing to put themselves out of a job completely. Nice work, Bernie. Maybe if you laid off the meat and dairy completely, we wouldn't have so many problems. Now that's sustainable.